Hi guys, it's Owen here from InvestinU again with today's top tip, trick and shortcut. As you can see, we're going to be covering the picture format tools. Now this picture format tool option exists in both Word, you'll find it in PowerPoint, you'll find it in Outlook, it's in Excel as well. So some fantastic little features in here. I spoke about it a couple of weeks ago when I was talking about the screenshot tool, when I took that screenshot tool and I wanted to make a couple of changes to it. And I said I would refer to this in the next video, which I'm about to do as well. So without further ado, let me just step out of this presentation here, as I always do. And with today's one, I'm actually going to start with Microsoft Word. And I'll do the same thing in PowerPoint and show you the same tools are there. I'll show you that you can also go into Outlook as well, and you can do the same thing. The fantastic part about these tools is they exist across the board. Most of the Microsoft Office suite have these tools to contend with. So first thing I need to do is I need to insert a picture. So I'm just going to pick a picture that I have here. So I'm just going to go to my insert tab here. I'm going to go to pictures. I'm going to pick one from my device here. And as you can see here, I have a full range of pictures that I'm going to choose from. And I'm going to go with, say, this one here, laptop, and insert the picture. Now, I'm looking at that picture going, yeah, lovely picture. However, all I want really is the laptop, or maybe I want the diary or whatever. So I'm going to pick the laptop and I want to just take the laptop. So the fantastic part about Office 365, Microsoft 365, and actually it's been around for a while, is you can make some fantastic changes to this picture. Okay, so when you insert a picture, remember what I've said from previous sessions. Whenever you insert an object into any Microsoft Office product, when you select that object, you get those contextual tabs. Sometimes with certain objects, it can be one, others can have 2 and 3 in there, but you can see with this one, it has the one tab, my picture format. And this is what we're going to look at today, the picture format tools. Now, one of my favorite little features in here, and so one I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about, is the remove background, but I'll come to that in a second. I just want to show you some of the other nice little features in here as well. So when you take a picture in Word, in PowerPoint, this suite of tools appears, your picture format tools, that contextual tab. So I select my picture and I can come up here without making any major changes to it at the moment, and I can come over to corrections and look, I can change, as we've been able to do for years, I can change the brightness, the contrast, I can soften it, I can sharpen it. And you can see one of the fantastic features that comes with Microsoft, the Microsoft suite, is that live preview. See what it's going to look like when you're live previewing the actual file itself. So I can hover over these and you can see it's just showing me a live preview. That's the corrections, okay? I can then go into the actual color. I can hover over each of these and you can see it gives me a live preview. As I hover over this, I can change the color of it. That's the actual color itself. I even have these fantastic artistic effects. So I can hover over these and you can see there's a full range of these artistic effects. You know, as I say to most of my classes, hours of entertainment when it comes to these. But there's the artistic effects. Change the transparency if needs be. See what it looks like. And you can see I can even compress the picture. So if you're using kind of fairly large size pictures, you know, high definition pictures, you can compress those pictures as well. Not only that though, you can come over to the styles then. So you have a full gallery of styles. So you can see here, if I click on the drop down arrow, I can hover over these and you can see it just changes the frame. I can hover over and there's quite a few of them in here as well. That's the styles gallery. Now the bit I wanted to concentrate on was the remove background, just to show you how good and how easy this feature here is. I select the picture, I click on the remove background and you can see now the key here, and just what you remember, it doesn't always get it right. And clearly you can see it hasn't. Okay, now it's picked out the top part of the laptop, but not the keyboard part. Now what you'll notice is when I've selected this, I have my tools up the top here, background removal, mark areas to keep, mark areas to remove. You know, you've discard all changes. So if you make a whole lot of changes, you can see you can always go back to it. When you're done, I can keep those changes. But if I go to mark areas to keep, okay, it gives me the option then to draw over the areas that I want to keep. So I'm just going to draw a line down here and across and up, and you can see, look, again, it may not get it fully right, so all I have to do is draw a line until I'm happy with this. Now it takes that kind of straight hand, you can see that, draw that straight line, but once you're happy with that, okay, if it's kind of pulled in too many areas, you can always mark areas to remove. When you're happy with it, keep changes, and you can see, hey presto, I've got my lovely laptop. When I'm done with that, then I can go to my styles, and look, I can come over these, and you can see, hover over these, find one you like the look of, and you can see, there's some, over the top ones in here, but you can see once I eventually find the one I like the look of, there's a couple to choose from here. I'm just going to go with this one for argument's sake, and you can see I've got that lovely style. When you're done with that, then, if at all possible you don't like the changes made, remember what I said, I can always reset that picture. I don't have to delete it and start again. I can always reset that picture, it goes back to the way it was. But some fantastic little tools in there. And also, just to point out just before we finish up, you still have the old stuff, the cropping, if I need to crop that picture in. And you can see the problem with the cropping tool is I can only move in lines. You can also change the wrap text. So if you want to be able to move that picture around the document itself, you've got your square, tight. So if I set this to tight, for example, you can see now I can move that picture anywhere I like in the document. Few to choose from in there, guys. And again, just to show you, if I come out of Word, you have the same tools. If I go into PowerPoint here, I open up a brand new presentation. I'm going to insert a new slide in here, just say a blank one. I insert the picture. So I'm just going to go picture from this device. And you can see if I go in, and I'm just going to select the same, relative, same kind of image. Click an insert, select that image, and look, we'll talk about this design ideas, by the way. I will come back to that, I promise. And you can see, look, my picture format tool with all the same kind of tools that I had in Word. And just to show you, I also have the same in Outlook. You have the same tools in Excel as well. I find myself using them obviously the most in the likes of Word and PowerPoint. Look, I hope that gives you a better idea of how the actual picture tools work. As always, guys, don't forget to, if you like our videos, you'll get them all on YouTube, but don't forget to like, subscribe. We're on LinkedIn, follow us. We're on Facebook. We're on all the usual social media channels. Other than that, guys, I'll be back next week. As always, stay safe.